After learning to cook their food, the tribe grew braver and stronger. They learned that working together was the best way to survive. But now, they wanted more. One day, the hunters came across a wild deer. It was bigger than any they had hunted before. So the hunters decided to work together to catch it. At sunrise, the men sharpened their long wooden spears. The women and children watched from the safety of the trees. Then the hunters spread out across the grassland. They moved slowly so as not to scare the deer, and soon they began to surround it. With loud shouts and flying spears, the hunters trapped the animal. Throwing their spears was much easier than hitting a small rabbit or a wild boar with their bows and arrows. As the deer ran, the hunters moved, each step carefully planned so they would not lose their prey. Finally, the deer fell to the ground, exhausted. One of the hunters approached it slowly and hit it on the head with his spear. The deer was strong, but the hunter was quick. He dodged its hooves and horns and struck it down again and again until the animal's struggles grew weak. Soon, it stopped moving. The hunters cheered and started to drag the deer back to the village. As the men pulled on the ropes, the women and children danced around them, singing songs of joy. They were happy because this meant there would be plenty of food for everyone. When they arrived at the village, the women took over. They cut the deer into pieces and put it on the fire to cook. The children danced around the fire, laughing and playing. The meat cooked for hours, and when it was ready, the villagers ate until they were full. The elders sat on logs and watched the others with smiles on their faces. They were proud of their tribe. They knew that hunting in groups meant more food, more safety, and more power for the tribe. They could now hunt bigger animals like deer and bring their meat back to their village. The tribe was growing stronger every day. As the sun set, the hunters approached the fire. They lifted their spears high toward the sky, thanking the spirits for giving them such a great gift. One of the spears had a sharp stone tied to its end. This was their most valuable tool, even more important than fire. Without it, they would never have been able to defend themselves against dangerous animals. The hunters placed the spear in the ground and made a mark on a nearby rock. Each mark told the story of their hunts and how many animals they had caught. Today, they added 3 new marks, one for each of the 3 deer they had hunted. Then one of the hunters noticed something strange. There was a big flat stone nearby, and it looked like someone had carved something into it. The hunters gathered around it. In the center of the stone, they found a picture of a spear and some strange symbols. One of the hunters recognized those symbols. They were the same ones used by the tribe in their rock paintings. The discovery excited them, and they knew they had to share it with the others. The hunters returned to the village and told everyone what they had found. The women and children gasped when they saw the rock. The elders examined it carefully and nodded their heads. They believed the rock monolith was a message from the spirits. It was a sign that the tribe was on the right path. To show their appreciation, the elders decided to leave an offering for the spirits. They placed some fruit and nuts on the ground and bowed their heads in respect. Then they all sang a song, thanking the spirits for guiding their tribe. As the moon rose in the sky, the tribe prepared for bed. The hunters snuggled close to their families, feeling proud and happy. They knew that their bravery and strength had helped their tribe survive, and they couldn't wait to see what the future brought to them. The end. Like, share, and subscribe for more adventures in the Stone Age.